Hello everybody, my name is Mrs. Tiska and I'm a phys ed teacher here at Resurrection. I am also a coach and I happen to coach girls and boys volleyball here. We often have a lot of questions from our incoming Phoenix, our grade 8 students, as to what athletics is like here at Resurrection. And I know a lot of you are interested in our programs and would like to play sports when you arrive. So I thought I'd take this time to answer some of our most frequent questions, and hopefully this will make a smooth transition for you when you come into Resurrection to start your athletic careers. Just a brief background on our program. We play in the District 8 League, and the District 8 League consists of all of the Catholic high schools, along with a few independent private high schools. You would travel from Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and out into the surrounding area to play sports games. We usually play on Monday and Wednesday nights, and then we would practice for our leagues on the other nights. Some of the other sports have different functions, and your coach would tell you all about that when you make a team. One of the biggest questions we have is, what sports do we offer here at Resurrection? We are lucky to have an abundance of dedicated coaches, and therefore we can offer a ton of sports. Our sports are divided into 3 seasons. The first season is the fall season. And in that season, we offer junior and senior football. We offer a varsity field hockey team, varsity tennis team. We offer junior boys soccer team. We have cross country, and we also have girls junior and senior basketball and boys junior and senior volleyball. In the winter season, we offer a reverse, so the boys will play basketball, the girls play volleyball. We have hockey teams, we have a wrestling team, and we also have a varsity swim team. We also have a curling team. In the springtime, probably our biggest season, we would have our big track and field team. We have both boys and girls softball. We will have girls and boys soccer, and we have a ultimate frisbee team. So there's lots of sports for a well-rounded athlete to play. Kids will often ask us, do I have to try out for a team? There are some teams that take a limited amount of athletes, and you will have to try out for those teams. But we do have teams that will take all athletes interested, and there are no tryouts. Examples of those sports would be wrestling, track and field, cross country, and swimming, just to name a few. You would just come to practices, and be able to go to the meets. So don't feel afraid of trying out. There are sports for lots of people to participate in. One question people ask us is, does it cost to play sports? It does cost to play sports. We do charge a fee of $60 per sport, and that's to cover the costs of referees, transportation, and costs that these leagues and teams occur. Sometimes there'll be additional costs because oftentimes teams will like to buy spirit wear, for example, sweatshirts or hoodies or track pants, that sort of thing that they'll wear on Spirit Day. Sometimes teams will go to extra tournaments, and that does incur an additional cost, but coaches will explain that at the beginning of the season. Athletes might ask, when do these sports happen, and when do I try out? I don't want to miss it. For your guidance, if you're playing a fall sport, you should be prepared for tryouts or to get started that first week of school in September. If you would be playing a winter sport, tryouts for those teams usually happen at the start of November. I miss the sport of badminton, and that's what we call a tweener sport, and it usually occurs in around February. And then the spring seasons will usually start happening after March break, but more to the end of March and the beginning of April. Athletes often ask us, can I play more than one sport at a time? Usually if you're playing major sports like volleyball and basketball, cross country, you can play one sport per season. Some sports are considered minor sports like golf, and you might be able to play a minor sport and a major sport, but that happens with a discussion with your coaches. The other question that kids ask is, how do I know about these sports? When do I know tryouts are happening? Res has a great program of identifying when things are going, and you just have to do a few things. You have to listen for announcements. We have morning announcements every morning, and coaches will put an announcement out as to when tryouts will happen. They will also use social media, so Instagram and Twitter. They will also tell us when tryouts are happening. Coaches might call a meeting, save everybody interested in junior boys basketball to meet in the gym on a certain day. You would meet there and they would give you more information about the sports. I hope that these answered your questions. If you still have more questions when you arrive at Resurrection in September, feel free to come down to the phys ed office. Most phys ed teachers are coaches also. We will be able to give you any answers to questions that you may have. We look forward to you joining us in September and becoming part of our strong athletic tradition at Resurrection. Take care.